Four, three, two, one. Hello again. Sorry about that. Something happened to my internet and everything went south very fast. And then I tried to go live again, but for some reason, my computer was still streaming the other one, even though it wasn't live. So it made me delete the first one. So I hope that you guys find me again. Come on back. Hello. And welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet. And good morning, Kathy. Good morning. This is my take two for this morning. I tried going live and I had several people in the chat room. We were all chatting and having a good time. And then all of a sudden, my internet froze. So we're going to blame this on my internet. Yep. And so let me say good morning to everyone. And let me see if you're there. Let me know. Let me know you're back. Let me message. It's a new. Hey, Gloria. Okay, good. Robin, glad you found me again. And Vita, it's nice. Oh my gosh. There was a global outage 2 days ago. Is that what was the problem? Every 5 seconds, there was like buffering and buffering and buffering. Oh my gosh. It was crazy. Well, I'm glad that you guys found me back. I hope Kelly finds me again too, because she was on. Who else was on here that we missed? Anyway, yeah, internet. Oh, it's so fun, isn't it? So we were talking about. Oh, I think I was talking about these bowls, and I don't really mind weaving in my ends and everything. And I had actually forgotten that after I did the tutorial, I must have just sat there and sewed in the ends and didn't even give it a second thought because they're in. I was thinking that I was going to look in here and see some little dangly strings, but no. So I was talking about our family, Gmail, YouTube, Google, Google Maps all been down. Okay, Google and YouTube are down here. Yeah, crazy. Crazy. That might be why I had so much trouble. Well, anyway, so I really like this color. So, me too. I love the little bowls too. And I love the way they nest because then when you give them to someone, and I love the way, I mean, you can tell that, this is one that I just made. Uh, was it yesterday that I posted? Because I made it and then, or the day before, I made it and then I posted it. I don't remember. Anyway, um, and following the instructions and everything. And then these are ones that I made last year. So, well, I say last year. It might have been, no, it was last year. It might have been January. Feels like last year. But these are ones that I made a long time ago. And, they all just nest real pretty no matter. Now, and I use different yarn for each of these as well. So, the size works. So I really like it. And I'm going to use, I think I'm going to make one bigger than this one. And in the tutorial, I told you how to go one bigger or how to keep going smaller and smaller until you get this little tiny. I mean, you can go as small as you can fit in here, But I think I'm going to go one bigger and use it for my makeup in the bathroom, and I can just put my makeup. Although my makeup might fit in here, I don't really have a whole lot of different things that I use during the virus time. I haven't really been using makeup at all. Um, yeah, the bowls are functional. You can use them for just about anything. I mean, obviously they're fabric, they're soft and they'll get wet and everything, but you know, anything that office wise or you know, if you could make these for if you have a little granddaughter who has hair ties, you could make these in a couple different sizes, and she could use one for her hair bows, one for her hair ties, and she could just kind of organize her little table or shelf or whatever. Little ones love things that go in and stack and all of that, so they would really like that. Um, and just help them get organized. I mean, for me, I am always losing my hair ties, always losing them. T-shirt yarn. Oh, absolutely. You can definitely make these with t-shirt yarn. Definitely. And then the t-shirt yarn, yeah, they would be perfect. And then you could just use, I'm sure t-shirt yarn is would you think it's like a size 6 maybe? Size 6 yarn, 6 weight, or even maybe a little bit bigger. I don't know. But you would probably only need to use one strand or one, you know, strand of the t-shirt yarn. Um, but yeah, that would be great. You know what I did one time? I took blue jeans, and I've said this before, but one time I took blue jeans and I cut them in strips, and then so I had these strips, and then I'm gonna tell you verbally how I connected them, and I'll have to do a tutorial on how I connected them because it was very cool. It wasn't my idea. I followed some instructions, but so you have the strips, and then at the end of the strip, instead of tying, and then you have this big bulky knot because it's denim, so obviously anything you do with it is going to feel bulky. So instead of doing that, you have this big long strip. So at the end, you fold it down about an inch, okay? So then you have an overlap of about an inch of this strip. And then, so let's say it's like this, okay? You turn it like this and you folded it over. So you have the fold goes from like here to here, okay? So this is the fold part right here. So you would take that, and in the center of that like 1 inch wide material, you would do a cut with your scissors, just like this, okay? So then when you open it, then you have just a little split in there. And and you do that on all the ends, and you try to make them, as even as you can. Don't go too close to the edge because you don't want it unraveling. And then you take those ends, and so you take this strip and you stick that one through that hole, and then you take the other end of the strip that you stuck through the hole, and you take that end and put it through its own other hole, and you pull it. And that's how you knot them together without actually knotting them. And so then you have all of these strips that are connected really tight. It's not a knot, so it's like I don't know I don't know how to describe it, um, or what to call it. I don't know the name of that technique, but it's super super strong, and it really works. And then you take your large Q crochet hook, which is that big old blue one. It's big plastic blue one. I'm sure we all have one. I think I have probably 3 or 4, but I don't even know where they are right now. But anyway, then you take that so you can make your strips as long as you want. And so you can go all the way up the leg of blue jeans. Just find some blue jeans that, like I said before, I think I posted the the rewind that I was talking about the blue jeans, and I was like, go to the thrift store when it's dollar day and throw all the blue jeans, that you can find. Get the top long ones, get the ones for the really tall guys, and throw them in your dollar bag. I know here we have a thrift store that they have a dollar bag, and they have like a bag, and you can have whatever you can fit in that bag The whole bag is $1. So, I mean, go do that and then make your strips and then use that same technique. One strip, a Q hook. Ah, good, Robin. Good. And you know what's really neat is even if they're like tattered or, whatever, it just gives it interest, because when you're crocheting, I guarantee if you crochet nine rows of the blue jeans, you're gonna have a bowl like this big. Anyway, it's super fun. It's really sturdy, and then you can even do a handle on it if you want. Or do the technique where at the top like when you get to near where the top is, instead of continuing on here, you would just like chain 5 and then connect it and then go around and then in the equal distance on this, chain 5 and connect it. And then when you go back, you just keep going and then you have like a little built-in handle where you can like put your hand. That's kind of neat too. Anyway, um, that is super, super good. I mean, you can use those for, if you make them big enough, you can use them for laundry. You can use them for just about anything. And you can make them as small as you want or as big as you want. The good thing with the blue jeans is that, I mean, obviously it's completely washable. And if they're old blue jeans and you've already washed them several times, they're going to be nice and soft and have that nice, um, you know, worn blue jean feel to it. So when you do throw that one in the wash, it's just going to come out just perfect. Anyway, you can actually do that with any kind of material. If you have old t-shirts, you can cut those up and use that same connecting technique, and you can make your own um, t-shirt material. So with by the same token, if you go to the thrift store and they have the dollar days, you can fit an awful lot of t-shirts in there. And the fun thing about that is all the colors, and I would just put them together and make it kind of a crazy quilt kind of a thing. Now, with the blue jeans also, if you just do the bottom and just keep using that technique to grow the bottom of it, um, oh, nice. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what you're going to do, Gloria. And yeah, I think, Robin, you're going to really like this technique, and everyone else is going to like this technique too. But, if you really like, if you have kind of well, it doesn't matter what kind of house you have. Everybody likes blue jeans, but you could use the same technique and just keep growing it until you have a rug. You could have a rug for in front of anything, in front of your sink. And the neat thing is with the blue jean material, it's when you crochet it, it's going to be really thick and it's going to be squishy. So, it's going to give you a little bit of squish, a little bit of bounce, a little bit of, easier on your feet. So if you don't have a dishwasher and you stand in front of your sink, every day and do your dishes, that would be nice. If you if you want a rug in your bathroom, you could do that. And the blue jeans are gonna, when you get out of the shower or the bath, the blue jeans are gonna soak up the water and it's gonna be fine. Then they're gonna dry. It's gonna be fine. And so anyway, it's just an idea. I really like that idea, and I had collected blue jeans for a while, and I never got around to using them. And if you're going to do the blue jeans, you can cut it with regular scissors, but if you get the rotary cutter, it's so much faster, so much faster. But you use what you have. So if you have regular scissors, just take your time. You don't want to hurt your hands. You want to be able to crochet. The other thing with you know, using now when using the um, the blue jean material, keep in mind that it's thick, so you don't want to go more than an inch wide on the blue jean material. But I have used regular fabric. I've used fabric that had design on it, and I actually I actually cut it in 2-inch strips. And then as I did the ends, I folded the strips in half so it was like 1 inch wide instead. And then I folded the end over and did that. And then I connected them just like they were 1 inch wide strips, not 2 inch wide strips. And that encouraged it to fold in half lengthwise. As I crocheted, I was holding it just like I hold normal yarn. And so my hands would just encourage it to fold in half. And it was really neat. And it was very pretty too, because it just, the main color showed through. And then the design on the fabric just gave an interest um, to the bowl itself and gave it lots of colors. So there's so many things that you can do with this pattern. Um, it's really neat. It's really neat. Um, yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Now, what made me do the denim was a long time ago. A long time ago, when my kids were little, um, I saved up my money for a long time, the whole year, and in over the Thanksgiving weekend, I treated my mom and dad and my 2 boys. I was a single mom. I treated my mom and dad and my 2 boys to a weekend in Dahlonega, Georgia, and I treated them to a stay at the Smith House. And so my boys and I, um, we were in a nice big room, and they had a bed that they shared. They were little, and I had a bed, and then my mom and dad had a room next door. And so we walked around the town, and the town is gorgeous. I just love Dahlonega. It's an old city. It's the site of the first gold rush in America. Everybody thinks that the gold rush happened first out west, and yes, it did happen out west, but not first. Um, Dahlonega, Georgia, is where they had the very first gold rush, and even the what do you call it? Like City Hall. Even City Hall has like a gold dome on it, um, from the gold that they found in the ground. And they have a little gold museum in there to show all the different things. So that was really a fun place to visit. I enjoyed that. And actually, the Smith House where we stayed, legend says that there is a gold vein underneath that. And it used to be a house, it used to be like a mansion. And then they turned it into, I guess, a bed and breakfast. And then it went to like a hotel kind of a thing. But back in the day, when the owner discovered in his basement, as he was digging in his basement, discovered the gold, it was right in town, and the um, the town council would not let him dig, and so he he just established that that house was never going to be torn down. That um, so when you're sleeping there, you're sleeping over a gold vein. Anyway, just a little interesting tidbit. I mean, probably so boring. I don't know. Sorry for going on about that. But anyway, that little town is where I first saw fabric of any kind crocheted. Now, this was in the 90s, the early 90s. And so I would say, let's see, I would say it was about 95 when, when, yeah, when I was there. And they had this amazing artsy section of the town. And, there were all kinds of, just crafty things that were made and were being sold. And that's where I saw that rug. and I was just so taken by that rug. And so back then, I just, I didn't have a pattern for a bowl or anything. So I just started crocheting and crocheted that bowl. And I was so taken with it. I put a little handle on it. At that time, I didn't know about using, doing the chain and having like a little handle like that. So anyway, that's what I did. But that was just a really fun vacation and a really fun time. And I saw a lot of fun things. And I heard some new music too. That was the first time I'd ever heard the dulcimer. And so, anyway, that was a really good trip. I really enjoyed that. Um, so, yeah, so I think I'm going to make some more bowls. Be careful though, because when you crochet with a double strand of yarn, it can hurt your hands. So don't like go gung ho and make like 50 of these for all of your family 10 days before Christmas, 9 days before Christmas, because you are going to pay the price for it with your hands hurting. And you may even, like me, have to go to a hand doctor because these bowls, and I had made quite a bit of them. This isn't the only ones that I made, but I had made quite a bit of them. These bowls are what actually pushed my hands over the edge, and, and finally, I went to the doctor because I thought for sure he was going to, like, have to give me cortisone shots, but he didn't. So, anyway, I just had to rest a lot, which was really hard because I wanted to crochet. So, yesterday, after all the busyness of the weekend and Monday, yesterday being Tuesday, I decided that I had to work on so that I could finish my grandson's blanket. And I feel really good about how far I've gotten with this. Um, and I feel like now it's more doable than ever. So look at this. Okay, so this is when I started. And then this is when I started using the magic knot. Uh, so no magic knot, magic knot. So anyway, yeah, Robin, be careful with your hands. Um, Thank you, Kelly. Thank you. I really like it. The middle is almost wide enough for me to start putting the blue border on it. And then I get to make 50 stars, unless we have some states that secede. Oh, that's a bad joke. And the magic knot is the bomb. Yes, it is. It's the bomb diggity. It is like miracle. Like, wow, miracle. So anyway, yeah, I just made a bad joke about not having to make 50 stars. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna make all 50 because we're all united. So anyway, so yeah, I can't wait to get that finished because I'm gonna finish it for him for Christmas because I promised him that. Oh, towards Kelly, towards the beginning of the year. So when he actually, I I looked on Pinterest. I found some pictures. He wanted red, white, and blue. So I found some pictures of red, white, and blue um, blankets, and this is the one that he picked out. So I just said, "You want something like that? Yeah, yeah, that would be great. Yeah, that's what I want." I said, "Okay." So I didn't even like go to the pattern or anything because I thought, you know, I I don't want to follow your pattern. I was feeling really feisty then. I'm like, I don't want to follow your pattern. I'm going to do it so that it's easy for me. So I just did the stripes in half double crochet. I used my trusty Clover 7 milli hook, which I absolutely adore. And yeah, I really like this one because this one is lightweight. It's really lightweight, and being a 7 milli, it makes it's making this blanket really really soft and pliable and loosey goosey. It's not making it like super stiff, and he's gonna like that. So he wants to put this on his bed. So, and he's got a new home with his mommy and stepdad bought a new place. So he's got a new bedroom, and he hasn't decorated it yet. So, this blanket will go nice in there. And I told him it'd be a hug from Grammy. Um, so he's gonna like that. So anyway, um, well, gang, I know I've been talking a lot because, I'm sorry, but the first live that I did this morning, I had to delete it because it said that it was still running even though it wasn't. And so the only way I could stop it, it didn't have I had already stopped it, but it wouldn't stop. It was like, "Wow." So I had to delete it permanently forever, and, "You're never gonna find this again," and I'm like, "Yeah, okay, okay." So that one is gone, but we've got this one, so that's good. Hey, I've got some news. So, we got to 1,000 subscribers, and we're actually less than 600 hours away from getting to my goal of 4,000 hours. And oh, thanks, Gloria. And so anyway, if I get to my 4,000 by December 31st, I'm going to do a live giveaway on New Year's Eve. I won't make it too late. And we're not going to like ring in the new year because we're all different time zones anyway. But we are going to have a little party. And I have, yes, I'm so excited. So I have that night, I'm not just going to give away the two art yarn shawls that Lori had gifted for this purpose, but I'm also going to, because I know we're going to do it, I'm going to do the live giveaway for the wine. Let's see, where is it? Is it right here? Let's see. I don't know what I did with it. Hmm. Well, I know I showed you before the tumbler, and it's from the Glistening Tumbler. And my good friend Kayla, she has a Facebook page called the Glistening Tumbler. Last live chat, right underneath that chat, I put the link to the Facebook page. So go to her Facebook page, hit the like button because she does giveaways all the time. And so anyway, and you're going to want to try to win this wine tumbler. The reason it's called a wine tumbler is because it's short and it's, I think, maybe 10 or 12 ounces. I'm not sure, but it's short and it's super cute. And it has like the shape of the top of a wine glass, and but it's a full tumbler with the lid, non-spillable. Oh, Kelly, Kelly, Kelly. You can put that in that tumbler. Nobody will know what's in there. That's funny. And also it will keep it nice and cold. But anyway, she's giving away she has gifted me um this giveaway to my subscribers for a customizable wine tumbler, which is just like amazing because I think the value on that is like 25 or $30. I don't know. It's really amazing. I have to keep saying somehow, I hear you, sister. I mean, we do what we can, a little bit of a little bit of crochet. So anyway, she has gifted us that. So December 31st, look for my live because that's when I'm going to do giveaways. And I am going to just do so many giveaways. You are not going to wanna miss it. You're not gonna wanna miss it because that whole live and I'll let you know what time to what time. I haven't nailed it down yet, but we are going to party and we are going to have giveaways and not just any giveaways. I'm going to give away some things that I have personally made and some things that Lori made. And then Kayla from the Glistening Tumbler, she's got something that she's going to give. And I mean, like things like, you know, things that I've made. So, anyway, you're not going to want to miss it. And I am going to have episode, a whole live episode, um, right after Christmas that will be about this so that everybody can comment as many comments as you want. And everybody can comment on there so that I can use that as with my comment picker for the live. So you're not going to want to miss the lives that are coming up. Because I kind of feel like I'm going to do at least 10 giveaways of different things that night. So some of them aren't going to be big. Some of them are going to be, ornaments that I've made or different things that I've made. But some of them are going to be big, like that glistening tumbler and like the art yarn shawl and just other things like that. And I know um, I have a couple things in mind too. So I'm going to show you. But on New Year's Eve, so set aside a little bit of time. I won't take up a whole lot of your time, but probably about 50 minutes of your time. And we will just have party and we will give away right up until the very end. And so you will want to be there so that you can know that you are the winner. Anyway, yeah, Gloria, I'm excited too. Because you know what? We need to have something fun happen on the last day of 2020. So, so that 2020 doesn't have such a bad taste in our mouth right to the end. So we're gonna just have to do it up and do some Kelly says she'll bring the wine. Okay. You are hilarious. We'll have lots of fun. You start early, girls, so that we can have some fun. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to let you go. And so be looking forward to that. Today's Wednesday, so I'll see you on Friday. And I'll let you know what I've been doing. Maybe I'll get that blanket finished and I can show you on Friday. I hope so. Anyway, love you guys. Stay safe, be kind, and get hooking.